Hello, my name is Kole Davignon. Today I'm going to be giving a lesson on line plots, median, mode, and range. During this lesson, students will use line plots to determine median, mode, and range, and if we have time for it, mean. So first, we're going to take a look at how to use a line plot based off of our table. My students will already know that a line plot is a number line where we place dots or X's over the numbers that occur. So, for example, my table over here shows students and the numbers of slices of pizza they've eaten. So, Timmy ate 2 slices of pizza. Since Timmy ate 2 slices of pizza, we will come down to our line plot over here and place a dry erase circle with the number 2 over the number 2. We can do this for the rest of our line plot. Okay. 5 students ate 1 slice of pizza. 3 students ate 2 slices of pizza. 1 student ate 3 slices of pizza. 1 student ate 4 slices of pizza, and 1 very hungry student ate 6 slices of pizza. So now that we have our line plotted, we're going to take a look at some definitions. So over here, and I apologize for the glare. I've changed the camera angle and everything. It's the only light in here. I cannot get the glare to go away. But the median is our middle point of a data set. Median, middle. That's how I like to remember that one. The median we are going to solve by either we can write out all of our numbers in the data set from least to greatest, or that's why I have these awesome dry erase circles so we don't have to write all the numbers down. We can just move them in order from greatest to least. That way it'll be a little bit easier for counting and save us some time. Mode is the most occurring data point. So we have median, middle, and mode, most. Mode is the most occurring data point. We can, we can determine that simply by counting the amount of numbers, of repeating numbers, or by looking at our line plot, because the mode is usually the tallest stack of dots or X's on an accurately drawn line plot. Finally, we have our range. The range is the difference or distance between greatest and least data points, okay? So I've written out a formula for range here. The greatest minus the least equals range. The goal of range is to see how wide our data set is, the distance between the greatest and the least number. So we have to find the difference to find our range. So let's go ahead and find those 3 for our students and their slices of pizza. So, like I said, the median, instead of taking all that time to write all of our numbers down, we can simply shift our dry erase circles into least to greatest order. And least to greatest. So we have 11 data points here. We can either find the middle by, counting in from the sides, or since 11 is an odd number, it will have an exact middle. So we count from the outside, boop, and we meet in the middle at 2. So our median for this data set will be 2. Now, to find the mode, we can either look at it like this. It is very clear to tell this way which number is the most occurring, or we can put them back on our line plot to see which number, has the most circles or dots, or is the tallest stack. So clearly, based off our line plot, 1 is the mode. Now to find our range, I again like to do the lining them up from least to greatest. Okay, I think lining them up provides a great visual for students to see greatest and least, okay? Because the range is the difference between the greatest and least. Yes, we can look at it on our number line or line plot, but I think this is a great visual because we can pull out the greatest, and we can pull out the least. The greatest is 6, the least is 1. We look at our formula back there. The greatest minus the least, 6 minus 1 would equal 5. So our range for this data set would be 5. Now, I have incorporated these topics into a word problem here. Student math test scores are listed below. Okay, I think this is a fun one because it applies to the students. Okay, so we have all these numbers down here. Which of the listed data points would be the median, the mode, and the range? So I chose student math test scores because that is an example they are very familiar with, especially as they get into 3rd, 4th, 5th grade and really start caring about their grade. If they care about their grade, they can calculate their own. So we have these math test scores here. We are to find the median, the median, the mode, and the range. First, we're going to find our median the same way we did with the dry erase circles before this line plot. Okay, so I've taken all of my numbers from the list, put them on my dry erase circles, and plot them on the line plot. Next, to find the median, we will take our dry erase circles and line them up in order from least to greatest. Okay, so now that we have our data points in order from least to greatest, we can find the middle. Because this data set also has 11, we know that the middle of that is 6, or we can count inwards from the outside. So we'll count inwards from the outsides, and we find our median of 85. 85 is in the middle. Now, we will put our dry erase circles back on our line plot to find our mode. Again, the mode is the most occurring data point. Most occurring mode. We can find the mode by looking at our line plot and seeing which data point is the most occurring by how many dots or how tall it is off of the line plot. So clearly 85 was the most occurring test score among the students. Finally, we will find our range in the same way that we found our median, lining them up from least to greatest. And when we line them up from least to greatest, it is very easy to tell where is the least and where is the greatest. Okay, it's easy to pull them off of our dry erase circle. So our greatest is 100, our least is 75. When we look back at our formula, the greatest minus the least equals range, so the greatest minus the least will equal 25. Wonderful, wonderful. So we said that our range was 100 minus 75, which gave us 25. Our mode, the most occurring data point, the tallest stack on the line plot, was 85. And our median, the middle data point, the data point in the center of the data set, was also 85. So, after this, students will be given a 3-question informal assessment where students will have to find the median, mode, and range of 3 different data sets. I will make them real-world problems, and students would have to turn these in as an exit ticket. As an extension of this lesson, I would have students find the mean of the data set, especially test score examples. I would have students find the mean of test scores. I would have students calculate some of their own grades, and I would also have students create their own tables to create line plots, and then have students give those questions to other students for them to find the median, mode, and range. Thank you very much, Professor.